Warzone has stolen many features from other games. Sorry, I'll reword that. Warzone has taken inspiration from other games. An example of that is Forgiveness for Death, which Blackout nicked and subsequently carried into Warzone with its buyback mechanic. Of course, I am referring to the respawn beacons from Apex. So my question is, since Warzone isn't a stranger to theft, should it double down and steal a few more things from Apex? Yes, but what should Warzone take inspiration from going forward to make it a much better game? In this video, I'm going to discuss exactly that. I love it. So let's just stay in the theme of death and talk about being knocked. So number one for me, the biggest thing I can nick from Apex right now is knockdown protection. So in Apex, when you take the L, you have one final way to protect yourself. One last ditch effort to stop you getting thirsted. You have the knockdown shield. Think of it like a mini riot shield, small and only effective if you're looking directly at the threat. Why does Warzone need this? Come on, we all know why that's needed. So it's needed because thirst culture in Warzone is as toxic as the multiplayer community. It's really sad. It encourages a team game to be about individuals and not the group. More often than not, a team fight does not have a definitive end. Often, there's a straggler who just runs away from the fight as there isn't really any reason to risk the KD for the chance of a clutch. In Apex, if you run away from your team while they're down, while they're able to actively protect themselves, you are called out right there. Want to confirm your kills on Apex? Then you have a choice. Burn a lot of ammo and put yourself in a vulnerable position, or bear with me on this one, or finish the team fight. An alien concept to some of you, I know. My god, that's a page written down already. Second thing that we should take inspiration from in Apex is map rotation. Yes, a lack of new maps over the last 2 years has been dismal in Warzone, with a reskin being brought out before a new map. But that's a conversation for another time. What I like about Apex is map rotation. Imagine if we get multiple maps depending on what time of day it is. It would keep the game interesting and it would mix it up a bit, especially for those who enjoy watching and streaming Warzone content. This one doesn't need a page, just needs putting out there. Third on this list, a cure to how harsh skill-based matchmaking is in Warzone, is a ranked mode which rewards kills and is supplemented by your end position. Not the other way around. That's what Apex does really well with its ranked mode. Skill-based matchmaking is not a bad thing. It's just implemented horrifically. A ranked mode in Warzone would really help take the edge off that, putting you in lobbies based on the MMR median of your team. Then guess what? You leave a casual mode where you dial down the skill-based matchmaking. Yeah, protect the noobs and the clearly disabled, but everyone else is fair game. In Apex, in casual, you go up against all sorts, around 2 full ranks either side of where you're at. If you're gold, you'll get into lobbies with bronzes and you'll get into some lobbies with plats, just depending on the game, and you know what? That's fine. Sweats get lobbies with other sweats, people winding down get slightly more chilled lobbies. Either way, the community doesn't like strong SBMM, so this would be such an easy thing to address. We're halfway through the video, so if you like what you're hearing so far and you agree, make sure you hit that like button below and consider subscribing. The next thing on my list is simple. An anti-cheat that works. When Vanguard was free to play, it was riddled with hackers. Warzone will be the same as it always has been. Rampant hacking and Activision not giving a crap. Now I know Apex isn't perfect, but it is better than what Warzone has. An effort. Yeah, I went there. Now there is another way around this. Controversial, but bear with me. Since Warzone is a premium battle royale, why not give it a price tag? Premium products have premium price tags. Warzone would make a lot of money doing this. Current Warzone accounts keep the game for free. New ones have to pay for the game. This would fix the hacking issue straight away. It really would. But what do you guys think about that? Let's talk about it in the comments. Now, here's a thought, and I know you guys have seen this or want this. Clear and obvious self-res notification. Following what we were talking about at the opening of the video, when you knock someone in Apex, you fire a shot at them to see what the knockdown shield they have is. You do this expecting them to block it. If they block it with a gold shield, your priority is to finish them because you have just clearly seen that they have a self-res. You go on to your next team fight, you knock someone, you fire that info bullet at them and see a purple or another colour shield. Now your priority as a selfish player is the rest of their team. And you know that kill is yours and you want to add to it, so hell, even baiting that res to do so. Point is knowing what the knocked player has dictates how people proceed with their gunfights. Now take this into Warzone. The main reason I finish my kills in Warzone is because I don't want not finishing them to bite me in the rear later after a selfie. If I were to know when I knock someone if they have a selfie in their pocket or not, if I knew they didn't have a self-res, I'd be more inclined to leave him be and focus on his teammates. Unless, of course, they were being a cock and deserved to be finished. You know, eating rockets, using mines, using a riot shield. I don't care if you have a self-res or not. I'll risk my life to finish you if you're pulling out shithousery like that. Point is, only special circumstances will get you thirsted with me if I know you don't have a self-res. How should you be able to tell? By the time you see them pop the animation, it's too late. You missed your chance to push them. Should it be text alongside the down player text? My suggestion, now this is a really simple one, use the old Juggernaut perk icon or something. You guys remember that? Codfall, hitting someone with a jug and you'd see the icon on the hit marker. Well, put that in. So you have the armor icon, cracked icon, downed icon, or instead of the downed icon, you get the selfie icon if they have one. That way, you will get a downed icon and you will know that they are no longer a threat to you. And if you get a selfie icon, you know you need to get a move on. Look at me. I'm genius. Now I'm going to leave you with one last one to think about. And again, I want to speak up in the comments about this one because it's a controversial one. First zone. In Apex, you don't see where the first zone lands until everyone's feet have touched the ground. That means you can't camp the center of zone or drop and hope for the best. You can't. Like everything in BR, it comes down to RNG. You have a landing spot and sometimes that works for you and sometimes it leaves you with an awful rotation to make. What do you guys think? Does Warzone need to adapt the way first zone is presented, or does Apex need to actually show the zone before landing? Comment below and let me know. Also, subscribe and like, tossers. I really need to work on my handwriting.
Yeah.